Raise your right hand. I, Benny Agosto,
I, Benny Agosto, Jr.,
do affirm
do affirm
that I willfully accept
that I will willfully accept
the office of President of the Houston Bar Association,
the office of President of the Houston Bar Association,
that I will execute
that I will execute
the duties and obligations
the duties and obligations
with dispatch and diligence,
with dispatch and diligence,
and that through my words and actions,
and that through my words and actions,
I will bring honor and dignity
I will bring honor and dignity
to the Houston Bar Association
to the Houston Bar Association
and its members.
and its members.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Judge Reyna, my dear friend and colleague. Thank you, Warren, for your leadership once again. And thank you all for being here as we celebrate the Houston Bar Association. I want to congratulate all of our award winners today. As I've been part of the board for many years and part of the Houston Bar now for almost 25 years, we participate and we grow by the volunteer hours and the volunteerism that you all give back to the Houston Bar. So thank you all and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, buenas noches. I am happy to be here today as the first Spanish-speaking lawyer to become president of the Houston Bar Association. Spanish is my first language. I could not be more proud and humbled by your support here today for me and my family and this great association. I am the second Latino in 149 years to be president of the Houston Bar Association, 149 and a half. And Roland Garcia, who is here with us, was the first president. Roland, thank you. I am also the fourth, count them in one hand, the fourth plaintiff lawyer to be president of the Houston Bar Association. In 149 and a half years. Some of you may know this, and it's a secret I keep very close to my heart. I'm not really a Mexican. I am 100% Puerto Rican. And even though I may not be from Texas, I got here as soon as I could in 1981. And now I'm a proud Texan and call Texas my home. I want to go through the first third of my comments to thank folks, and it's three parts. Thank yous, my three pillars, which I'll bring on the year, and then the great honor of giving the award to a person that deserves the award and the first of its kind, the top female lawyer of the HBA. We will be doing that in the third part of my talk. But today I want to thank quickly some of the folks that have come from far. Friends and family from Houston, outside of Houston, from Austin, from, I know Austin over there, from Washington, D.C., from Laredo, from even Minnesota, Dallas. We have folks from all over that are here. And of course, my family from Florida and Tampa, Florida. We are here because of those that came before us. We stand on their shoulders. I stand on the shoulders, broad shoulders of men and women that were the HBA presidents, like Warren and others before us. But we are here because we're blessed, but for the grace of God. And I must say that. I thank God for all the blessings in my life. I stand here as a truly blessed person. But before I go on and talk about continued thank yous, I want to thank the board, the board of directors, Warren Harris, specifically Mindy Davidson and Tara Shockley and the other HBA staff. I want to thank them for all the hard work that went into this evening's preparation and this evening's event. How can I not mention Kay Sim? How can I not mention her? Thank you all very much. Kay had her eyes on me many years ago and said, we're going to groom you and groom you and groom you. And she stayed on board even after she retired to make sure, along with Mindy and Tara and Warren, of course, that we got this done for the benefit of the bar. I could not have done it without them. So now I'd like quickly to thank the new board and introduce you to the new board. You see it in the program. I'm not going to mention all the names. But I would like the Houston Bar Association Board of Directors 2019-2020 members to please stand and be recognized. And I also want to include our newest board member, Pamela Medina from Cadence Bank, who has joined us this year to be a board member. So if the new board that will be serving with me can please stand so we can recognize you. I look forward to our work together, and I thank you as we get our heads together to do good things for Houston and for the bar. I want to thank also my special guests. There's a lot of special guests. I'm not going to mention them all by name, but we have federal judges, Jimmy Reyna from Washington, D.C., Marina Marmolejo from Laredo, federal judge. We have federal judges in the room. We have Texas Supreme Court judges. You heard that. We have Court of Appeals judges, state and local judges. Thank you all for being here. We also have elected officials. We have the district attorney from Houston. We have the county attorney from the county is here. And of course, law firms, sponsors, and so many family and friends that have come here and gathered today to celebrate the Houston Bar and what we plan on doing for next year. So I thank you all for being here. I want to give a special shout out to one person, however, my mentor and dear friend, the former Chief Justice of the First Court of Appeals, Alice Oliver Parrott. I mention her because many, many years ago, I interned for her, and she barely remembers what I did over there, but certainly I carried her bags, and I did whatever she taught me to do. She got me my first job, and then after that, she retired from the bench, called me up and said, hey, you want to come work for me? And there we started our travels together. So all of you honor me and honor us with your presence and support, so thank you. Of course, I want to thank some of the past leaders of the HBA. Leaders like Lynn Liberato, the first woman president of the HBA, Roland Garcia, who I mentioned, the great Jim Kronzer from our firm, and Randy Sorrells, all great HBA presidents and all leaders that because of them, I was inspired to seek this position of Houston Bar President. I want to especially thank my law firm, a lot of the partners that are here, and team members and staff. And I have staff that have been with me 16, 17 years. Those people are the ones that support me, and I could not make it each day without them. So thank you all very, very much. Now, before I move forward and talk about the year, the last thank yous go to my family. You have learned a little bit about me, but if you know anything about me, my mom and my dad are pivotal inspiration points in my life. They're both from Puerto Rico. Neither of them ever made it past the 6th grade of education. They taught my sister and my brothers and I that education was the main thing we had to accomplish, that no one can ever take that away from you. So go to school. So I did, maybe because I played soccer too, but I did go to school, and I was the first family member to graduate from college and move on. My father, Don Beno, was a wonderful man, and he was a great example to us all. But I want to give you one example of what made this man. When he was 16 years old, he fibbed about his age. Fibbed about his age. He said he was 18 instead of 16, so he can join the United States Army and attend and be part of World War II. That is the kind of man that he was. And he ended up being a jeweler and raising his family and educating his children. My mother, who is here today, I love you, Mom. Thank you for being here. She's 86 years old. She worked in the garment district for many years as a seamstress. And she's without a doubt the best mother and best example a child can ever have. After the war, both of my parents migrated to New York, where they met and started a family. I was born in New York City, but raised in Puerto Rico. And after high school, I came to Houston to go to college and play Division I soccer at Houston Baptist University. And as you heard, that's when I met Randy. Today, I can tell you I am who I am because of my family. So let me introduce some more members of my family. My children, 2 of them are here. Ben Agosto III, who is a lawyer, and I'm proud of him and everything he's accomplished. John, who finished his first year of law school. Matthew, who's studying real estate in Austin. And Victoria, our baby girl, who's 17, 1 more year in high school before she moves on to college. I'd like to recognize my sister and her husband Jim in Minerva, and my brother John Augusta, who came from Tampa, along with my mother. And last but certainly not least, if you know me and you know my family, my treasure, my love, the person who makes me and keeps me strong is my wife. Honey, you complete me, and I love you and I thank you. Not to make you cry, but it's true. So I've been given so much love and so much blessings, and that is why, ladies and gentlemen, when you see who I am and you understand how I live, you know that I have no choice but to give back. I have no choice. So when I talk to you this evening about the year we're going to do and the things we're going to celebrate our diversity. We're going to celebrate what makes Houston lawyers the best Houston lawyers and the best lawyers in Texas and in this country. What makes me who I am is what makes you who you are, our differences and our passion. And you will see that if we have passion for what we do, good things will happen. So I ask you this. Did you know that today Houston has been ranked as the most diverse city in the country? They've beat everybody else in the country. We're the most diverse. However, did you know that the law profession is the least diverse profession in the nation? The least. I'm not making this up. There's studies on this. And lawyers across the country are not doing enough to change that. The question that must be answered by all of us is, what role will you play? What role will your law firm play? What role will you as an individual member of the Houston Bar Association play in making a difference, to make an impact in our city and our community? That's what we need to think about. And to think and answer the question, what are you willing to do? So if we work together with one common goal and one common mission, the mission of the HBA, we can make a difference and advance the purposes that we want to do good. So during this year, we will be celebrating diversity. But we will do more than just say it. We will be building leaders and enhancing our profession. We will be serving our community. And we will continue the great work that the Houston Bar Association has done for many, many years. I don't want us to have new programs just to have new programs. Let's pick what we do and do it well and do it better. Often we talk about what lawyers do, what good lawyers do. The good that lawyers make possible, the injustices that we expose, the defeats that we overcome, the agreements that we shape, the laws that we improve and clarify. But most of the times, the most important thing that we do is often overlooked. We volunteer and become advocates for others. We speak for those that cannot speak. We stand for those that cannot stand. We do that every day. So this year, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see our lawyers shine from young to old. We want to shine to do good for our city, for our bar, and for our country. First, we will be working hard to build our profession through our sections, our committees, our Houston Young Lawyers, and our law student division. Believe it or not, we do have a law student division now. We need to build from the bottom up. We need to create programs that develop our professionalism and leadership. I will have a number of new CLE programs that will focus on leadership throughout the bar, not at just one level, but throughout. Second, we will celebrate our Houston Bar Association's diversity. This year, we will celebrate 150 years. Some of you know this. 150 years since the first woman lawyer joined and was admitted to a bar association in America. This year, we celebrate that anniversary. And so as a result, we will celebrate the top Houston Bar Association female attorney starting this year. We have established the award, and we will be honoring Justice Sondak as our first recipient. During this year, we will have the first ever Diversity Summit, a full day of CLE program that will focus on the diversity issues that we face in our law firms and in our city. This summit will be held July 11th of this year, this July, at South Texas College of Law. The program and speakers are set to go, and it guarantees to be a great event. We will also establish diversity awards this year. They will be given at the summer luncheon next year. The diversity awards will be awarded to firms and individuals that have recognized and proven track records for promoting diversity and inclusion in Houston and the Houston Bar Association. Last, the Houston Bar Association will continue its great efforts in serving our community through the Literacy Committee. Literacy Committee just won an award this year. Let's see if they can win an award next year again. Because through the Literacy Committee, the Houston Bar Association will work on the library project. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, that there are still schools in this day and age in Houston that don't have working libraries to support their students? When I found this out, my wife and I, who are passionate about helping students, we said, we got to do something, and the Houston Bar Association gives us the great pulpit and platform to make something happen, to impact our community. And we will do it through this library project. So we will raise funds, request members to buy new STEM books, solicit sponsors for computers and printers, tables and chairs, and other materials that will assist a local school to rebuild its library suitable for the students there. We will work very closely with our members, the Literacy Committee, and the Houston Young Lawyers Association to make a difference in this part of our community. And we will do it. We must stand together, my friends, for our profession and for our community. And this is and must be our mandate, because the future of our city and the Houston Bar Association depends on it. So tonight in this hall, I want us to resolve to be the Houston Bar Association, not of repose, but the Houston Bar of action. We will write not footnotes, but chapters in the history of the Houston Bar Association. We will leave this organization greater than we found it. To quote the great Texan Barbara Jordan, when do any of us ever do enough? So let's get our boots up and be ready to work, and let's do something for our city and for our bar. We have a special responsibility to mentor and support the next generation of lawyers and to remind them of their responsibilities moving forward. So let's give them a good example and get to work. Now, let us not leave this beautiful gala and this beautiful evening without a job to do. I want you to set some goals that you want to accomplish. Make the Houston Bar Association the organization that we can all be proud of. And I am honored by the trust that you have placed in me to lead the Houston Bar to even greater heights. Again, I thank you. Now, as my first official act as president of the Houston Bar Association, I wanted to introduce you to a very special person, an honoree that needs very little introduction, Justice Ruby Kless-Sondak. Tonight, the Houston Bar Association is honored to present the first Justice Ruby Kless-Sondak Award. The purpose of this award is to recognize the top female attorney in the Houston Bar Association each year. Tonight, we want to recognize Justice Sondak for her dedication to the profession and her total commitment to excellence. Justice Sondak was the first woman in Texas history to serve on the Texas Supreme Court as a full-time justice, and the first woman district court judge in Harris County. Justice Sondak is a trailblazer for women in law in every sense of the word. At this time, The Houston Bar Association is pleased to present the first Justice Ruby Sondak Award to Justice Sondak. And we want to recognize her for her outstanding achievement in leadership for women in the law. We believe that this award, as exemplified by Justice Sondak's life and achievements, will set the standard for the future honorees to follow. So please join me in recognizing the recipient of the 2019 Justice Ruby Class Sondak Award, the Honorable Ruby Class Sondak. Congratulations. Let's take a picture.
For those of you in the room who thought I was here, when the Houston Bar Association was founded in 1870, you're wrong. And I'm glad that I wasn't around then, but I'm very, very happy that I was around the day that Don Fullenwider, is he here? I guess not. Anyway, the morning that Don Fullenwider called and insisted that I meet Fred Parks. There is no way that I can possibly thank the Houston Bar for this honor. The main thing about it is, for generations to come, there will be another woman who will also get the Ruby Class Sondak Award. And what an honor it is to me. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're almost done. As I close, I want to thank everyone here for your support of the Houston Bar Association. Please remember that the diversity of our city and our bar is what makes us great, and the success we have in leadership is found through service. So become a volunteer and serve others. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you tonight. I ask that God bless you and bless this Houston Bar Association. Be safe going home and take care. I will see you next year. I hope to see you all next year as we celebrate our 150th anniversary of the Houston Bar Association. And as I say in my home, buenas noches. Thank you.